because it's hot and gross and sick outside. And we both got overheated and weren't feeling very well. And so we came back and did. Okay. Charlotte are bringing soda. Excellent. Hello, Commodore. Trying to reconnect. What are we doing? Hello, Commodore. All right. What? Which is awesome. And
forgive me, this campus hasn't seen a lot of action lately, so
yeah. And I am my Indominus box doing some builds because yes, Big D has decided to wolf up Indominus. After all the hemming and all the hawing and all the discussion, in the end, I went back to Space Wars. I decided I will eventually do that cover, but that's a really distant eventually. I have some. Hello, Senator Dave. I just tried so many times to try and make something work. I just couldn't come up with anything that I was actually happy with. And a break. I started working on some little stuff. So I'm doing some Nurgle building. I did a bunch of Nurgle building last night. I did a bunch of Nurgle building last night because I'm expanding my Nurgle army. By the time I was ready to get over there, it was already like 11 o'clock, and I'm like,
you had to pick me up at 1.
Yeah. So what we have done is that she is going to be working on some canvas painting, and I ran out of good bits. So I picked up another pack of Thunderbolt Cavalry, and that will get me some bonus box. So it's a win-win. Because I've already gone through most of my bits, my usable bits. But I have some good transfer. That's good. Dig that.
Your dude.
Yeah, he's got like purple.
I was trying to figure out what it was, man.
I put if you go into the Space Wolf crew boxes or the pack boxes, some of the helmets have these tails on it. So I cut one off of the old style helmet here and put a skull on the front of the bike there.
Yeah, I'm actually wanting to see progress because I'm not really in the cameras.
And like this guy, put a thing on him, put a new head on him, put a wolf's tail on it. Oh, I shaved down a shield and stuck it to the side of the bike there, so it looks like a panel. I'm just, not going overboard. So, Pale Arc, what is up, my man? Trying to take a peek here. Shield. Cross stacks.
I'm mildly ashamed that you don't have any of my power axes on them.
I would actually use them as frost axes. But again, my printer is not working right now, and I'm a little too frustrated to try and take it apart and find out what's going on with it. So I'm going to be working on it later, probably tomorrow.
Sorry, Pale Orc, I haven't had a I have not.
That maybe I'll do these guys all with powered fists.
Sorry, I think power fists, and I think of Marnius, and then I think of piece of shit. One piece of shit that doesn't understand the better why. Because and then his new kindred, this guy was skinny. So did you get a chance to reply? Because everyone could ask if you had a chance to see his animal working or challenge.
I have not. Like I said, I have not been home almost at all today. I've been running around doing,
Husbandly duties.
yeah, taking care of business, taking care of bills.
Also because mom was at work and couldn't do it herself. Or can't handle lots of people still. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, that's good one there.
All right, bye.
Who's
Enjoy
leader?
Commodore.
All right. Oh, screw you, man. Now I can put some 3D printing hammers on these guys. They did not give you. I must have had a lot of extra weapon options choices in this box.
Not really. It looks like to me. The Plague Child is not eating the bandwidth this time. Plague Child is not even home.
To Commodore's earlier statement, actually, yeah, I am going with bits. And here's the thing, I want to talk about why. Don't get me wrong, I like 3D. The last few, I kind of like, I mean, there are times I like printing bits, I'm not going to lie. But unfortunately, there is a reality that some of the bits out there are meh. Meh. I mean, somebody put really a minimal amount of effort into them, and the problem is I can't really complain too much because I'm not a sculptor, so I can't really do shoot about it.
Did you really say shoot?
Yes, I'm trying to be good about my. No, it'll be you.
Is it always is?
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially when I'm dropping things on me. Or I bump my finger.
That's my girl.
Dude, it still hurts.
I love you. I love you. Telling my wife I love you, and she's like, "Stop patronizing me."
No. That is not why. Don't even get it confused.
You've already broken it.
Technically, ass is not a best. You can't say butt. It censors you. You can't say butt. It censors you. But I can say asshole or ass hat. In reaction.
Good look at their weapon options here. Oh, let's see the way they do them up. They do them as
I find it mildly amusing though that the one time I'm actually sitting here doing that is alright.
yeah. I think we're gonna do power fists.
I just realized how long we actually have
Or I think we'll do power fists for 2 of them, and 1 of them a hammer. You don't have a what?
I don't actually have a palette big enough to wear. That's okay. I'll find something. It's not quite to all. I just look down and I see the cat like flying in the direction. Says, hola, dragons. Hola, ¿cómo se llama?
There's a lot of knobs. That's a lot of mega knobs.
Yes, it is. I like to watch people doing it live. Zane, we already knew that about your pink slap. Hello, Zane. Welcome to tonight's Epic. Amazingness. So we're having a bit of a lag issue.
Yeah, I think it's just a local network.
Can't be that you have Battlescribe open.
Really?
You? I'm not standing back up now. Y'all are, and it's not little, but thank you. Well, it doesn't look like you have anything else open. Except for Discord, which is a total hog.
There we go. 3 shows.
Not as much as Skype is. Alright. Oh, I can. Alright. Going into the stash of other things I hold.
All right. I think with the changes they are making, I think I am comfortable.
So, I have a set of these that I've had for a very long time, and I'm not really surprised they're not dried out. So, I'm going to be having to replace all my stuff. Why is this sticking into my neck?
Did you run the big one? Why are you wearing the big one?
I can't find any of my little ones.
Find a necklace.
How many necklaces? Friend. Just off to sleep, but here's a like and a hello before I do. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Sleep well, my friend.
Put a lock in.
But that's not going to do jack food.
Put a leash on. Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Cindy was extremely kinky, and I go, how is that kinky? And then I forgot where I lived. The Pale Orc. Oh, cool. So, God dang it. I'm sorry, Pale Orc. I did not mean to hit that button. Pale Orc hit 250 subscribers, guys. You should go and check him out. And if you comment on the video he did, you get entered into a drawing to win a Pale Orc Weird Boy. That sounds like fun. I'm here. While I'm here, I need to throw it out there that y'all need to give official commentator blah 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 blah. I was watching your guys' conversation. There was no insecurity about that. What's going on? Nothing. It has to go to Discord. I'll tell you later. It has to do with moderator status and stuff like that. Long story. So, congrats on that. So, anybody here, if you have not checked out the Pale Orc's channel, you need to get over there and check him out. He is amazing with Kitbashing, especially when it comes to his orc stuff. I mean, holy Jesus. A bit of our structural what's on the bench as I wait for us to reconnect. All right, there we go. So I was given an opportunity yesterday when I decided I was going to be not a complete coward and scared, and I was going to try and go to work. And I did, which was good. While I was at work, I met a wonderful lady who happens to be a commission artist as well. And she has invited me to join her at a local art and craft fair in October. So what I'm going to be working on tonight, instead of seeing me, you know, possibly working on my Sala ladies, I'm actually going to be working on painting on canvas. Nothing nerdy, which is very sad. But it'll be cool. So, as I have stolen the palette, because I actually don't have any large palettes. I have little circular ones, and I'm kind of working on a 16 by 20 canvas over here. So, yeah. So, what I am going to be working on, thank you, Zane. What I'm going to be working on something on what? Sorry. What I was saying, Kaiju, is that I was invited to be part of a local art show. $250 buy-in for the spot, which isn't bad at all, really. And I get it for 2 days. So right now I am trying to work on. Are you looking for something specific? What are you looking for?
I was looking for. I had a box I just dumped a bunch of bits into.
Was it this one? Is it?
No.
Is it that one down there? No, that's not it. No, that's not a box. So it's October 3rd and 4th. Pretty excited about it. So I'm going to be working on my canvas with it. Unfortunately, I can't do any of the fandom stuff that normally you guys have seen me doing in the past, because where I am doing this, that's not really the crowd. So I am going to be trying to do some
landscape
or landscape-esque things that are neutral and relaxing and yes, and
mundane and normal, but that's okay.
Yeah, that too.
That
you know,
on that transfer sheet.
You know, of these rooms, there's only like 4 of them that are actual rooms.
Yeah, I know. They're just rooms.
You should go kick them kids off TikTok and record knives so you're 100 up. Well, we don't have any kids on right now.
Yeah, it's just the 2 of us home. That's why we were doing this. That's the other reason we're doing this tonight. And
Here we go. Let us.
This is crazy. They really don't include enough bits in this box. This is annoying as crap. That's just crazy. How they don't really.
Oh, they want you to use this. Or they want you to go buy others, which is a highly likely possibility.
But that wouldn't be any good.
His printer is still broken, and it has been
My-
killing him off so that he's refusing to work on it until tomorrow.
I mean, Egypt at sunset. Yeah, that's funny.
What does it say?
There's no reason you can't mix two. This is the desert planet Baal. The radiation destroys mines. The sand is soaked with red blood. I mean, Egypt at sunset.
You know, I can always finish that Tao, the chaos, sunrise of the chaos. Maybe a picture too. I mean, it's Egypt at sunset. That's great picture.
Yeah, I can see what they want you to do. They want you to buy 3 sets, and then you do 3 with the chain swords, and 3 with the power fists, or 3 with the frost axes, and then 3 with the hammers. That's aggravating. All right. So Wolf A.
Sorry, I have no Bob Ross, guys. So.
Yeah, you are. With tits. I don't. You have tits.
No, I meant as being as good as Bob Ross.
There's only.
Thanks.
But that's because Bob Ross was a god among men. It's like,
He's amongst the holy trio.
see, I consider it a quartet.
Oh?
Because it's Bob Ross, it's Jim Henson, Mr. Rogers, and Stan Lee.
Oh, I thought Steve Irwin would have gone in there.
Oh, gosh, yeah. But he's Australian. You know?
So? Being racist against Australians.
I don't know about those Australian guys.
Kaiju, I can and will smack him for you, I promise. Zane says that your thing can't be any worse than the Death Watch, but they only give you one of those dope-ass shields.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you there. I mean, you know, if they wanted to really make money, if they honestly wanted to make money, GW would have a bits section. And they could mark them the hell up. They're all a bunch of weirdos down here in Australia.
Curry County Rum.
Yeah.
Hello, my brother. We always on the rum. Rum
I mean, can you imagine if GW just said F it and went, okay, here's what we're going to do. You've seen our upgrade packs. We're going to do weapon packs. Here you go, 5 storm shields. I mean, they do 5 plasma guns and 5 melt-a-guns. They could do 5 storm shields. They could do 5 storm shields. They could do 5 thunder hammers. Combi bolters. Oh my God, they could do combi bolters. I mean, honestly, since they got into the game of doing these upgrade packs, they could seriously make some money selling overpriced packs of weapon add-ons or bits add-ons. Oh, you need more thunder hammers? Okay. $10, and here's 5 of them. You get one tiny sprue of 5 of them. We'll charge you $10 for it. And you know, and you know what? They'd sell them. They would sell the heck out of them.
Just like if they decided to start selling STLs.
Oh man, if they sold their STLs,
Certain figures that are available in STL, other figures are not.
I did realize why they don't. I thought about it, and I realized the one main reason they don't sell STLs.
Hmm?
It's not even going to be not even too easy to pirate, because you could have an STL that requires a it requires a key every time you open it up. Actually, the bigger problem that they could make that would be with an STL, other people get the STLs and then print them and sell the figures.
Which is bad.
Well,
That's what causes prices.
yeah, it wouldn't be bad. It'd be bad for Games Workshop. That's the problem. I was thinking about that as why don't they sell STLs? And that's Wolfie. Part 4.
Let's see. That's a given. Zane says, as printers get better, it's going to happen anyway. What they should do is sell legend stuff as STLs, like out of print stuff.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. Or to be honest, there are some of their molds that they are in really crappy condition. And it's a question of, do they want to invest, if it's, say, an old model, do they want to invest in actually paying the money to getting a new mold for that made up? Or do they just want to say, heck with it, we're going to sell the STL, and if you want it, you're going to have to print it. And then they can focus their efforts on specifically printing and designing new models.
Here's your thing. Shut up and sit down.
I don't know that I have a problem with that, but I'll be honest, I like the 3D printing, but there are times there are challenges with it, like what I'm going through right now.
Don't mind me, I'm actually looking at it in the computer just because it's actually giving me a better idea of what it is that I'm looking at. This is what I'm staring at. So,
You jet that one already?
yep. What's the dress size? Okay, so his points are telling one issue after another.
Yeah, like I said, mine's being a butt right now. Not very pleased about the whole situation.
Oh, wait.
So I was noticing when we stopped by the gaming store to pick this up today.
That he had nothing in stock. He didn't have my aggressors. I want them so.
Aggressors are hard to get right now.
I know. And I want them. So very good. Why, Lady D, do you want aggressors? Because fire.
Apparently, the Space Wolves Start Collecting box, the old Wolf collecting box,
It is no longer available.
is going to be going out of print. Which is aggravating. So I really like that box.
She did. What are you supposed to do?
I only got one. I really wanted to get another one at some point, just because that'll get me a third set of these cavalry.
See, that's not happening now.
Oh, I know. I got some sources for them. They made a lot of them, so I should be able to get one. And they're one of the cheaper boxes too. Well, there was something I was noticing while I was there. It wasn't just everything's out of. There are a lot more Wolf players. Well, I was shocked because until today, I had never met an actual other Wolves player face to face. I'd met some online. I talked to people online, but I never actually met another Wolf player face to face. Now, the 4 people that came into the shop while I was there, while I was having this conversation with the shop owner,
the chapter master blatantly
players,
which is hilarious because he is a Thousand Sun player.
Yeah, the guy that runs the store, when he plays Thousand Suns.
Because fuck the Space Wolves.
Well, he just really likes the lore behind the Thousand Suns.
Yeah. Fuck the Space Wolves.
I think the second part becomes because of the first part. But yeah, it's just funny. I mean, like seriously, I've never met one in the wild. I mean, you run into them on the line on time. I mean, heck, Hellchild is a Space Wolves player, and TMP is a Space Wolves player, and obviously Mythos, the Orcs, and Admech. Yeah.
Hi. Still working on her.
Well, you put a female head in the sergeant.
Yep. All of my leader types have female heads.
That's fair.
And then look, I have my She-Ra.
Did you not put the top for helmet on her?
I cut that thing off because I liked it better without it. What?
That's fair.
You got hot glue on my salamanders.
Where? Oh, peel it off.
See this? He's abusing my salamanders. I know you do, my darling boy. Because guess what? Vulcan lives! Oh. And hello, my son, who is missing action. It's nice to know that you're not dead. Abu make good fire. Not when it's across their body. And cloak. Look at what stomp stomp. Ha ha! Adventure! Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry, you took a minute.
Yes, I am still complaining. Back the hell off. You got your hot glue on my Marines.
You got your Marines in the way of my hot glue.
Do you see this? Do you see this? This is from you, sir. This is yours.
How are you doing, young man?
Apparently can never call his mother.
And it hasn't called me in 2 weeks. We had an agreement. He was supposed to call me once a week.
I still know where you live, dude. It's not that hard to get you. I can always just contact Kiwi, too. Stealer of minis, dropper of blue. Wow, your titles are just growing, dude. He's ignoring us, Zane.
Watch it there, keeper of feet.
Who's the burpee?
That'd be him.
I'm doing well, trying to find another job. It's been a little quarantine. I guess they quarantined down there. But overall, perfectly fine. Sorry, I'm a thought. I've just been busy and I'm forgetful. Yeah, we know you're forgetful. I could say some more, but I'm going to be nice because I love you. Why did we not have alcohol?
Because we wanted to go into this and we didn't.
That's why I was cleaning.
Because I was cleaning as well.
Excuse me, I have to try and locate a gray. Because I'm feeling lazy and I don't feel like doing the mixing myself. That's watercolor. That's oil. That's something else. Oh, you. Yes. Okay. Good. Oh, great.
Oh, running exalted using my ideas. All right, that's kind of cool.
That's terrifying. Like some of your ideas have been.
My ideas are awesome.
Your ideas are terrifying because you thought it was a good idea to take a group of teenagers back and exalt them. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what Exalted is a system that is run by White Wolf that has similar rules to Vampire the Masquerade and whatnot, except for a couple of different caveats. It's basically anime tabletop.
It's high fantasy anime.
So if you manage to say something, describe what you're doing to your GM, my love, and it's so awesome in your description, he might give you more dice. Now, if you're playing an exalted actual character is exalted, you're basically a god.
Not basically, you are a god. You're
running around in a world made of tissue paper.
Except for the other gods that are trying to hunt you down and kill you.
That are oftentimes weaker than you, and they compensate for that by hunting in packs. And then there are the Fae. And then there are the Fallen Exalted, which are dark. They're called Abyssals. Those are no good. There's the demons. But, so this guy had this great idea to play this game with our friends. And we started out in a high school in today's era. We're all special kids, and I mean special kids. I mean,
although
a couple of them might have been. So we were all like, one of us was an Olympic level figure skater, one was a triathlete. My character had a 300 IQ. She was just a genius. And we get transported back to this era of the world, known as the Second Age. And then he makes us all, 16, 17-year-olds, exalted. So he took a group of hormonally driven teenagers with some serious mental issues in some of our cases, and put us as gods.
It's a great campaign.
It was until the infighting started. There was a lot of... So, one of the casts, as they're called, for the Exalted are called the Twilights. Twilights are magic users and the Keeper of Secrets. They know. That's just what they do. They seek knowledge. They just know. And my group got really irritated when they realized that I knew more than they did. And when I would try to explain things to them, they didn't listen to me. So I stopped telling them, except for two. The leader of our group and the other girl who was learning magic from me. So when it came to light that, there was this huge thing going on, and holy crap, how do we stop that? I know how to do it. What do you mean you know how to do it? I mean, I know how to do it, and I know where it is. How is that possible? Because I read. Well, why didn't you tell us? You never asked. I stopped volunteering information, and that's when the infighting began.
Hilarious.
Yeah, see, like I said, group of freaking teenagers with godlike abilities. And he fought those of us who realized what we were, and those of us who couldn't accept what we were.
Yeah, a bunch of crybabies.
Oh, shit. Hello, Kinder.
Hello, Thunder. Thank you.
You can kind of see her arm over there. There's Zane. That's our Kinder. She just got off work, so she's very tired.
All right, one wolf built.
Tell him I said hi. I will let Kinder know as she comes back that you said hi.
And my short book.
In just a moment, I will be happy to.
Short book. Shoulder pod. And
No. Kinder doesn't do the straight thing. I might be able to get her in front of the camera,
she used to do some of the early videos with me
but
when she was still into the hobby.
she's very much into her garden now, so, which is not a bad thing. That's why she happened. Zane, you know not what you asked, my friend.
All right. I only got 3 people on night. One of them's Zane. Wow.
I can still around.
Probably Kaiju, Zane, and the Pale Orc. The Pale Orc. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm mad at nobody. No, I'm not mad at them. I suck. Why would they want to watch me?
I just know this will be fun to watch. What, getting the Kinder on the screen? Actually, I think she's out with her garden now. She feeds my rabbit with her garden. Yes, I have a rabbit. No, I'm not getting her. She hates that. I'm still trying to break her of that. spent a good portion of her youth being ignored, so
We should probably let her run around the living room.
that's what I normally do when I clean the top of her underneath one of her cages, which I need to do tomorrow. Because, yeah, she's been protesting something. So, you heard that? She thumped.
Yeah.
Something pissed her off. Okay, for those of you who have never owned a rabbit before and you happen to see this, they are not meek little things that you think they are. You might end up finding one that is, but no. See, when you have a dog, you have a companion. When you have a cat, you've adopted a small god that requires feeding at apparently 3 o'clock in the morning.
Swear to God, I was ready to kill that cat last night.
I was trying so hard to sleep. So Mittens, just yes, they do thump very loud. So when a rabbit thumps its back feet, means they're pissed about something. Something has set them. So when my rabbit does it, I'm a little curious what her issue is. Overall, she's a good bunny. She's a very good bunny. She knows the trick of trying to cover her eyes with cloth. So she will take the cloth out of your hand and attack it. I didn't know rabbits could do that. But like I said, when you adopt a cat, you've adopted a small dog that has not known its ancestors were dogs. Dogs are companions that will be there for you. Rabbits, you are their servant. You are there to serve them. They are in control. So they think. I did not know that rabbits could growl until I had my little freak. Yes, she growls. She gets very belligerent at times. They can also purr. Yeah, she gets mad if it's too loud in there or there are too many people, so she'll start thumping men. Our special guest that we had a little while ago, Wormy, he's a very loud talker, and he was out there and she did not like him, so she kept thumping at him because he was too loud.
Actually, she was fine with him. It was Jasmine, because Jasmine was right next to the cage, and Jasmine projects.
I heard Wormy.
That's because Wormy was right in front of the door.
But so my little freak, she's my madam, my princess, and I just fed her, which means she's probably wanting pellets now because I don't make coins. She's a brat like that. But I am busy trying to do a tidy day. Now, for those of you who have ever watched Bob Ross do this, or watched one of the old videos, I am not using oils. I'm using acrylic. So acrylic does not, well, most of you in here are familiar with acrylics because you paint with minis. Mini paints are actually acrylic based.
Yeah.
So, yes, happy treat. So unfortunately, when you're doing this stuff with acrylic, it doesn't do the really cool blendy stuff, as you know. So,
Damn it. I put my 3 wolf heads away. My 3 current space.
yeah, enamel paints are a bit of a, I've been told, they're a learning curve.
Enamel paints, the big thing about enamels is you're not blending them.
And apparently they don't strip it off.
Well, they do strip just fine. They strip just fine. But you need special materials to strip them.
It did not want to come off easy. I don't know why. Makes sense.
Well, they don't. You have to have stripper to do it. Or
Okay, and
purple stuff.
when we say purple stuff or strippers, Zane, we are not talking about candy from your local exotic shop. Speaking of candy from the local exotic shop, Lucifer started back up.
Yeah, I know. We have a whole season to catch up on. We actually have 2 seasons to catch up on. I'll never forget her.
Licked it a few times.
Took me a while to get those shots.
I'm going to smack you with a brush very shortly. You need to remember your youngest occasionally watches the show.
What? I did in the military did not give me something I needed shots for. She gave me something I needed a therapist for.
The fact that she was telling everybody that her husband was her brother.
Yeah. That was a bad situation.
She's not making this up either.
Those are too big. Not afraid to hit you often.
Beast and Brushes, hello! Hello, my new friend.
Hello, Beast and Brush. Gotta have some more wolf shoulders in here. If I don't have any more wolf shoulders.
Probably not.
Okay.
A person I don't know? Explain yourself, Zane. It's okay, honey.
There's many of them, Zane. You're not on very often. Ooh.
Be careful, Zane. It's okay. You don't need to go Inquisition on him, I promise. He's a good guy. He's a friend. No, he doesn't like feet. And no, he's not going to give. So, yes. Don't pay attention to the deity. Zane. No, nothing's wrong with him. We've had this conversation before. Just because somebody doesn't like feet pics does not mean there's something wrong with them. Quarantine feels like the longest Monday ever. Yes, it does.
Can't lie about that one.
And you have no idea how much I wish I was back in quarantine right about now. Just for that.
Remember to use these resins.
What do you think?
That looks nice.
Not need to fix. Okay, Zane. Okay, I promise.
I'd rather have a brown lobotomy.
Do not encourage the boy.
The boy. I like that's how we refer to him now. He's just the boy.
You know, I kind of miss being able to have a sit-down lunch at our favorite buffet. Honestly, they're open, but I live in Milwaukee. I ain't that crazy. And yes, he's the boy. I mean, come on, you've heard how I refer to Sungi and Suyan and Tay. I'm probably saying his name wrong anyway. Sometimes I am. Not that he'll ever see this. Speaking of, Tay watched one of my videos last night. He thought they were cool. Sungi laughed at me.
Which video?
My answering the challenge.
And you can see her always.
Okay, Zane, we're getting off this topic and like now. Boy, whatever is wrong with you ain't no little thing. All right.
Are you having to please say it again?
Zane says that he wants you to please come over and say hello in front of the camera. You're not going to be able to get through there.
Yeah, sorry, can't help you. You don't think he needs like
A frontal
adult?
body?
You don't think he's like, needs an adult like supervisor?
Yes, he most very certainly does.
Yeah, I've been worried about you. Sorry, man. I didn't even know they could hear you.
We can hear you.
But
I've heard stories.
Zane says, tell what? I just wanted to pop in here and say hello. Hope you don't mind me. Oh, no. Please go ahead and stick around.
Yeah, no, we're
There's
just-
somebody else.
Yeah.
Precious. This is the Kender, everybody, the infamous roommate who is also one of my supervisors at work. She's not directly over me, which is how we get away with that conflict.
I'm a customer experience manager, which means that I am paid to deal with the customer shit.
Whereas I work in framing. I am paid to put frames on pictures. And Zane says, hi.
And to be a personal framing designer. There's an additional to that job besides just putting together frames. There's a level of skill to that.
Is what they tell me.
Yeah, because she has those skills. That's why she was invited to join in on a gallery thing. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, I like the effects from the clouds.
Now I just gotta put the branches on. Oh. It's like that one that's in the bedroom that's got the snow all over it. Hi, how are you?
I'm a puppy.
Tell your mom. She's not my mom. She's my roommate. Also, hello again.
Are we seriously going to look that old now?
Well, I wouldn't say you look that old.
I would. Okay, can I tell them the story about minis? Okay, so first time I met Kinder here, I took her and at the time my what was she?
Met in person.
Yeah, met in person. My 11. No, she wasn't even 11.
She was like 9 or 10.
9, I think. 9 or 10 years old. Jesus.
She was 7.
No, she was.
No, she wasn't. Yeah, she would have been.
She was 7.
Because I've been here for 8 years. Okay.
Y'all
so
are
anyway.
old.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we'll have to tell them that other story too if you want to keep like mouth off.
So anyway, we decided to go to Denny's, and there's a little bit of a height difference between me and the Kinder. She is Wolverine's height.
I'm shorter than Wolverine, even though my hero because he was badass but was short like me.
Yes, Beast and Brushes, that's kind of how I am. Anyway, so I'm standing here, and I'm quite a bit taller than both. And at the time, Kinder here was the same height as my 7-year-old. which is really funny. She's 5'11" now, guys, so, and she's only 16. Anyway, so we walk in, and the hostess comes over, and she looks at me, and she looks at Kinder, and she looks at my daughter, and then looks at me, and she goes, 2 kids in use?
I'd love to say it wasn't a true story, but I would be lying.
Then there was the time that there was a liquor store we used to really like to go to until they switched owners. They decided to, hold on. So we, Zane, she said hi like 3 times. And I told her you said hi.
Hi, Zane. This is especially for you. Are you happy?
Happy now? So there was another time where we went to pick some stuff to make strawberry daiquiris. Zane, I will smack you. Just because Commodore's here does not mean you can't be put in timeout, darling.
Do I even want to know?
He's doing hi. You know, unfortunately, I'm now convinced that Zane isn't a person. He's one of Garrett's goblins that got a hold of the internet.
They draw a chibi picture of him with a pot on his head now.
I'm gonna have to do that. So anyway, we get there, and I would like to put her.
I was having a Kilroy moment.
It was like here, and she was the one paying. So she's like, I need a bottle of rum, and we had some daiquiri mix. So they kept all the hard alcohol behind the counter. So he goes, grabs it, and he sets it down. And the Kinder, I kid you not, it was the cutest thing ever, has to go up on her tippy toes. She's got one arm table, and she's going like this. And
So Mr. Smartass starts to pull it away from me, little by little, as I'm trying to reach for it. And they're back there giggling like a bunch of 12-year-olds.
she looks like a small child reaching over the counter to try and get some candy that's kept in the jar. Oh my God, it was so cute. And as he's noticing this, and he thinks it's the cutest damn thing ever, he's slowly sliding it back. And I'm seeing this, and I'm like, it was all death glare. And we all started laughing.
You know, these folks know me. They're like, this is the liquor store down the street from my house. Not much, but it's where I go when I get stuff for the family or having people over or whatever.
Once upon a time, now those guys are no longer there, but
They're still there.
mm-mm.
Really? Did it close down or something?
No, it's still there. They just changed the ownership. Those guys
So I
are,
thought it was family thing. So I thought it was just other family members that were.
no.
Okay, that was not.
Yeah, it's, so, by the way, bye, Zane. Have a good evening. And he was to let you know that he really enjoyed you guys' time together.
I'll keep it in my heart.
He also called you Kimber.
Remember?
No, Kinder. K-E-N-D-E-R. I saw a car that had that as their license plate.
Tender.
Yes. And in the back, all these little stuffed animals. Like they were just keeping them for safekeeping.
You know, I saw somebody with like longer than 7 letters now, and I'm starting to have a high weight. So I was like, 7 letters is just not enough. I can have 9 letters.
You can go to 8.
I can't do 9. So I'm Dirty Foot. That was my nickname. Don't put me in a dirty foot. Because I hate wearing shoes. Because they're evil. And I walk around barefoot. I just came home from work.
Yeah, that's why I was checking for shoes and song, because normally that's like the first thing she does is she kicks some things off.
The bra comes off, the shoes come off.
Thank you for sharing that.
Wait.
What? Huh? Yeah.
I'm not used to it. That's fine.
I usually wear one when I go to work.
Which they probably didn't want to know, but hey.
You know, you invited me over, you're going to have to deal with my blindness. That's just the way it is.
So, yes. Welcome to our family of the Drake household. Do not drink that.
No, really?
I just, you know.
That's not purple sour specs or something. I'm pretty clear that's probably wasn't. That's probably your pink water. All right, y'all. I gotta go have food before we go back. Oh, puppy. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? Miss me? Oh, you can make one
This is actually Malal's mom, which I don't think she likes it that we call her dog Malal, but
My animals say they have many names. A rabbit has like 4 or 5 names. This one has several names.
this is the 5th chaos god Malal.
She loves everybody unless they get too close to mom's lap and she's going like, being the
Or
everybody is running. My little turtle puppy. My little turtle puppy. Yeah, my little turtle puppies.
all right.
My little kid. He knows it.
And she keeps being mean to my damn cats.
She's not mean to your cats in general. She's mean to your cats when they get into like what considers her territory. Otherwise, her and like Mittens are the best buddy outside.
She's been jumping and chasing, like strolling and chasing it out of the bedroom lately.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's been coming and making messes in my rooms and I'm not part of anything.
Yeah.
That's her territory. But no, they're fine outside. They'll hang out in the garden and play with each other. And
This is my life.
But that's like kind of a neutral area for them.
You should be proud of yourself. You actually went outside and all.
Yeah, Pop's like to go outside.
This is my life. Yes.
I'll flash the camera again. Would you like me? Yeah. Not like you can see a little bit now. Got a tin top under this.
Man,
It's fine. Just the screw marks.
man, I have scraped the crap out of this model, and I'm still finding mold lines. Man,
So, Beast and Brushes, if you're still here, I actually have not painted on a canvas in close to 5 years at this point. I've mostly been painting the minis. Yeah, Kinder makes masks. They fit the faces very well. And they're nice and light.
I'm proud of myself. I'm like finally got past this
Is that a mold one on my head? But the reason why you're seeing me painting on a canvas instead of painting my figures is one, because I was invited to an art show in October and I am trying to kind of figure it out. And two, because I was invited to an art show. And I mean, I could happily take some of my painted minis and try and sell them, but the ones that I use, that I prefer to use, which are these guys at 200%. This is a train nymph. I love her so much. And whatnot, which I got from the Artist Skill. Our 3D printer is busted, so I can't get to one.
for now.
I paint. And I really very much enjoyed a painting I did some years back. So that's what I'm. Welcome back, Commodore. So that's what I am. Holy crap, I never opened this. So that's what I'm currently working on. I'd go and get it, but that would involve me moving stuff, and I'm really lazy right now. If you can call what I'm doing.
And
What? It sounded like Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You.
no, that's why I stopped right talking to you. It's not.
So I kind of want to try painting with oil, but
I really want to get some what they call white spirits
because
and some black oil paint, and some brown oil paint, and use them on my knight that I printed.
these are all oils, folks. And I have two of the really good sets of oils also in the room because where I work clearance out the Georgian starter set, which is a really good set, by the way. So I took full advantage of that, and I bought them. Bought the last two. And then I bought another one that is a beginner set, which I may use those ones instead as my beginner set because, well, I want to learn how to paint my bubbles.
I just want to make oil washes for my miniatures because they look amazing. And I think that is another way for me to take my painting to the next level.
Or at least he thinks. It's very cute when he thinks he's going to be able to level up.
It's very mean when you act like I can't.
You are the one who said that I'm not me.
Well, then you
You're
should.
the better builder.
You should build. You should in oil paints. You still are a better painter. The stuff you do with inks is amazing. I want to take, because I do blanchitsu, so I do lots of washes and lots of weathering. And
Whereas if I use a wash, it's only because I'm trying to accent or blend that which is already there.
the next vehicle I do, I want to chip the crap out of it.
I saw a really cool tutorial for chipping. Like around the corners and the edges. It was really cool because he did it on a did that just come up on somebody did that on a Necron. I'm having issues with words. All right.
See, I want to get a Space Wolf vehicle, and I want to get like a drop pod, and I want to weather the crap out of it, make that thing look like it's been through, hell and back. Plus, it's a good excuse to use drop pods because drop pods are nasty, especially in the hands of wolves. Mm-hmm.
Don't mind me, I have reference material on my phone.
Having 2 5-man Gray Hunter squads in a drop pod where, and they've got one guy with a Melta in the unit, and you've got and each unit has a wolf banner, so they get to roll extra dice on the charge. They drop down, they land, they open up, Melta the crap out of something. Meltas are nasty. Meltas are going to become your best friend as a.
I already know that.
Yeah, Meltas are going
to. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah, Meltas are really powerful. I mean, there's just really no other way to put it. Meltas are really, really powerful weapons. And then you guys, in one of your phases, I don't remember which, your middle phase or your end phase, but you make your Meltas even more dangerous because you make your Meltas and your Flamers, like, I think they do 1 point of damage, and Meltas are already just gross for damage.
You know, it's really sad that the reason I actually wanted to play these guys has not, well, only partially to do with their fire affinity. I left their pride mark.
But the thing is, that's a good reason to play somebody. That's really a good reason to. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The main reason.
You're not playing them.
No. The main reason I'm playing Space Wolves is because
He writes.
and that's the thing. I mean, it just the whole Viking aesthetic.
He married a Viking.
So I mean, when you build an army, honestly, I firmly believe whatever army you build, when you build your army, your first choice should be building an army that you will enjoy. Can you hand me the orange cat, Tanya?
So he mentions this because my first army was Drakari. And you know how I got into Drakari? Somebody went, oh, they're BDS and elves. Show me the way, my good fellow. And yeah.
Man, I love this about Tanya. So many gaps and crap. This is really this mold is really bad. These pieces do not fit together well. They've got so many gaps. And Tanya just solves all these problems. Let me just melt you together. Thank you.
I come back and it goes quiet. I love it. Makes my job easier. Well, that's because Zane left, honey. After making us drag the kinder in front of the camera for a bit.
Dobe 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 dobe. All right, 22. So, Commodore,
Where's my lady?
what do you got on the bench? What are you working on right now?
Where's my Phoenix?
His parents are probably eating her.
Take it back.
What? I'm not wrong. Did you seriously?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Why? I didn't speak to anyone, you freak of nature.
You said somebody was eating her.
Yeah.
I'm not a freak of nature.
Oh.
battle rep against Tau after lockdown has ended. It's a 2,500 point game with a custom Stompa, 2 kill chains, Dear Boy. What's a KKF? What's a KKF?
It's a KKF Big
What a
Mac.
KFF?
KFF, custom force field. Custom force field Big Mac.
We have force field?
Yeah, some of the Big Macs have custom force fields. It's a piece of equipment.
You know what? I don't even want to know how they work to manage that one.
Have you seen my mech with the custom Zappa gun?
You know, I'm still looking at half of the crap they've got.
He's got a vacuum cleaner that sucks people up and turns them into ions and shoots them out in lightning bolts. That poor fucking snotlings. It's like, zap.
That'd be a horrible thing.
That's a snotling. They don't count.
They show up in a Homestar's jacket. Then they count.
No, only the 2. 1, 2, more than 2.
2 more than 2.
Yeah, I gotta actually edit down. I actually have a battle report where my Death Guard, my 2,000 points of Death Guard took on 2,000 points of Imperial Guard. I kind of don't want to put it up because, to be perfectly honest, I really like the guy I play against. He's a good guy. He got spanked like it was bad. I mean, and it's not because he's a bad player. He's a really good player. But trying to figure out this new meta and not realizing how destructive Wolves, Death Guard have gotten. My Death Guard just absolutely ran. We run roughshod. I ran roughshod over him. We were playing 9th edition rules, and by the end of turn 2, yes, I would like to see it. By the end of turn 2, I had scored more points than he would for the entire game.
Heavy placed.
By the end of my command phase of turn 4, although it really was over at that point and he recognized it, we decided to try and play it out until I did my command phase, and he realized I've already maxed out. I've already got 100 points. So I'm going to be spending my turn on turn 4 and turn 5 doing nothing but just playing spoiler to keep him from scoring. And I felt bad for him. And he wants to play again, but he's still trying to figure out how to make guard effect because he is a dedicated guard player.
And if anybody can figure it out, he can.
But he is just like, I don't understand how you're supposed to play Imperial Guard in these new rules. The point scoring rules really work against them. And they can throw bodies down on a on a point, but there's a lot to be said for the reality that they are fragile and not meant for melee. And if you go after, like, the only melee he really had was his Ogrins. I plasmaed the heck out of his Ogrins, and that was over. That was done. No more Ogrins. They're done. And that was turn one. Some of these mold lines, I mean, I got the mold, but some of these are really bad. It's really bad. Pieces are not coming together very nicely. Yeah, I got to play. I got to play my Death Skulls a week ago. Just a little 25 power casual game that we do on Saturday mornings with a group of our friends, and I took on some Emperor's Children, and I mean, I was getting my butt whooped for part of it, but let me tell you, Unending Green Tide is a Unending Green Tide is a real game changer. He shot a unit down to one guy left with his Emperor's Children, and he shot him up and meleeed him, and there was one guy left, and I was able to go, yep, I'm going to Unending Green Tide him, hold him off the board, and put a brand new on the board, and they were just, they came down in such a good spot. It was terrible. I mean, I felt bad for him because suddenly I was like, I'm on the ropes, and then I did this, and let's see. Somebody's doing custodies.
You're not naked.
No, they're not. They're blue.
I wonder if they're supposed to be working with her sisters.
Ooh. I gotta say, Commodore, your very clean style works well with custodies. How big of a force are you doing?
They're custodians. How big of a force do you need?
Well, are you doing 500 points? Are you doing 1,000 points? Are you doing 2,000 points? Do you have a list? Ugh.
I just picked up a box.
So, curious, did you get them to just build as you go to give you something to break up what you're doing? What was your plan there? I'm just curious. No judgment, just curious. You know my love of custodies, so... Because, like, my custodies were completely unplanned. I just got in a mood one day and was like,
You wanted to pick it right next time.
okay,
Not tomorrow.
when is it going to be? Well, at a minimum, it's going to be November 4th. I mean, September. That's what I meant. It's going to be September 4th. Although I hope we get together before then. Hey, Commodore, did you go to Falklandia this morning? Or are you guys still dealing with the move?
And to answer your question, Zane, can I take them?
No, I'm doubly disappointed that I didn't go this morning.
Were they actually there?
Yeah, they were there.
Said I worked.
Well, you're not working next Saturday.
Unless Julie tries to.
You know, it would be nice for you to have a Saturday off. Yeah. So that you and I can, so if she tries to switch with you know, maybe this Saturday not, so that you and I can actually go Sunday and have a Sunday with our friends. Saturday, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Shut it. The woman didn't go with you. What the hell? Why did the woman not come? I doubt it. I think she's just embarrassed to be seen with him in public.
Comes over to our house all the damn time.
That's not public. That's family. We don't count.
She goes to shop with him. Tomorrow will be the last day. I guess I'm moving. So that's why where she was.
I don't think this is boring, people. I'm just, you know, just trying to build and chat a little bit.
And I'm being super boring over here, so.
No, actually, yours is pretty cool because we can like see the arc forming behind it. That's cool.
It's so quiet. I'm just used to having music playing.
Yeah, I know. I actually know music I could play for you that's pretty cool. That
You are still on listening.
No, no. I said I have some music that I could put on that's pretty cool that wouldn't cause like a copyright strike or anything. It's that cool. But given the fact that we've been having bandwidth issues, I don't want to cause another bandwidth issue.
I claim no ownership over the following song you will hear in the background. I just need some friggin' music.
No.
That and it's been stuck in my head.
Yeah, don't put on something that's got a copyright claim because then I could get my channel taken down.
I was sitting here singing.
Singing's different.
So if I sit over here and start singing songs,
Totally fine. Can you hear me cool? I have something. It's pretty cool.
I was just gonna put on one of my little plays.
I understand.
Rock it out.
Right, but the problem is,
I just need some music.
I understand.
Otherwise, I'm left alone in my thoughts, and that's a very dangerous thing right now.
You know,
Songs for a Dying World.
it's what it's called, but it's not like Dark Depression.
Look up copyright-free music.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of it too. I've got a bunch of copyright.
Singing gets strikes too sometimes. By the way, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark.
You're doing pretty good here.
Well, no, I figured you'd want to do a shout.
Okay.
Is that too loud for anybody, by the way? Just wanted to make sure that people can hear it, can still hear us over this.
I thought you would like this. All right. All right, to our lovely Patreons. It is because of your guys' love and generosity that we are able to continue doing what we do. So, starting off at our Battle Brother level, we have the Indomitable Inquisitor Zane and our guy, Mini War Mutt.
It's not here to make us to remind us.
Say your name!
All right, Loki.
We have our wonderful battle leader level. We have Joe, the Bookman Bookish.
Who has been missing in action for a bit, and if he happens to see this later, just know that we love you and miss you, man. Hope everything's okay.
We have Heinrich Botha, who was here, was putting on coffee, and I haven't seen him in a while. Probably went to bed, given the time it is over there.
The true Necron Lord.
Right. We have Wolf Brother himself, Mythos.
Miso? Oh, I am
Miso
so
soup.
telling you.
Miso soup Kushranada. No.
I am so telling you.
Mythos Kushranada. And Australian Jesus himself.
Cal. He is the leader of the Shriekers. He is Cal Kaiju Short. And he is my secret love.
And then,
Racism detective.
and then lastly, we have our Warlord tier patrons. We have Smash Captain James Meeks. We have my brother, the master modeler, the legend himself, Al Drake. We have the lovely Flight of the Phoenix. And coming in from high orbit, keeping people in line, bringing the heat, bringing the pain, bringing the misery. My buddy, my friend,
And family member, because we claimed him.
Commodore. So,
Yeah, I know. We hype him up, and then it's like...
the Commodore. Yeah, that's it. But I mean, that's kind of fitting for him. He's the Commodore.
I just can't wait till I ever get that. Get off comic. Which comic, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I will have law and order, even if it kills you all.
I didn't realize. No, we're not. No. I'm gonna.
I would like to point out that the Commodore once put me in timeout, so I got up and left the room.
And I will point out my Death Guard once put his knights in timeout, and it was hilarious.
And he is still with me for that reason.
No, they didn't.
Then what would you call it, Commodore? I have to know.
That should tell you something, Zane. He has banned innocent people. You killed almost all my stuff. Yes, you did. You really did. You almost killed all of my stuff.
I was outmaneuvered. That's an excuse.
But Zane, that's your fault, not his. I don't hold that against him. I hold that against you.
What? Is that him?
For banning innocent beings.
It happened one time, Zane. I need to wash my brushes after this.
Excuse me?
I want me to wash my brushes after this.
Okay.
Yes, he did ban innocent people because of you, but bear in mind it's because you like to come in here with alts that happens. He gave up. You know he won against me, right? Which is totally not hard to do.
You know, the funny thing is, though, Zane, he's also banned you enough times that your accounts on YouTube are broken.
So what is it about you? Okay. Technically, Commodore, you managed to bane the Inquisitor Zane main account. That's why he's on Zane 2 and not the Inquisitor. Yeah, no, for this channel, because he put you in timeout so many times, the algorithm of YouTube just went, oh, this person is a problem. Block. Which I think is very interesting. And yes, that is on him. You did bring that upon yourself. All right. As we continue along this path of destruction and righteousness,
I really hate the way these hands go on these arms. It's just a lot aggravating.
a lot aggravating.
It's just a lot aggravating.
Do you guys have set words that block comments? Certain words we put up to ban after we had some issues with some trolls, but I couldn't tell you which words those were off the top of my head.
Nothing too major, actually.
I know that ass and shit gets a.
There's a few curse words that'll catch. Why, Zane, are you looking to be naughty?
Oh. Every time I type a certain bipedal walking tool, my comments go bye-bye on my screen.
Bipedal walking tool.
Can we put these on the list for like the past 3 streams?
Feet's not one of the ones that's blocked.
No, he's asking if it could be. That's common. You better be really happy that it went. It's unlike someone. I am did not take a very long nap. It wasn't very deep. So I am feeling very.
Well, it is 9 o'clock.
Yeah, this was woman's bedtime. But 18. without driving myself insane. That's the key.
I really like these guys. Maybe even more. They're bipedal walking sticks.
You want pictures of my legs?
No, he wants the things that are on the end of your legs. What?
Should go.
Huh. Alrighty. We're gonna be about 10 more minutes. So, we're gonna cut at 9:30. How's your painting going? It's going good. That's really good. That looks great.
I'm using this as a reference pick.
Oh, nice. I can kind of,
They go somewhat similar.
yeah, that's cool.
I'll go back through and highlight as I go.
What a dick.
Flash the camera.
Both pieces I was working on hit, split, and bounced.
I got a biker to paint. Come on, give me 10 more minutes. That's busy.
Do when I'm on camera, like find things. Because I can't get light down there, and I can't call on down there. Darn it. Yeah, my phone.
It's in the bedroom.
Every phone does.
How did you find that? I had no idea it was on my phone.
Gosh, darn it. Just remember.
I doubt that's going to happen, Zane, my darling. Because unfortunately for us, it is 9:30. And And
There we go.
I'm
Okay, hold on the top. At the top. Right there, there's a flashlight right there.
oh,
So pull it back down again. Use your next flashlight. Just do it. Yeah, that's just similar to the top. So this excitement-filled stream, where I built 2 of my new cavalry and pulled out some bits. And at the same time, the beautiful lady dragon began her lovely sunny wooden sea. I do apologize.
lack of.
No. I do apologize for the lack of crafting content I have been able to do lately. It just really hasn't been in the cards, unfortunately.
Then says our time zone doesn't exist, so stop giving him excuses.
You know, you live in a state that's currently on fire, so shut up.
Speaking of that fire, you are safe, right? Where's the damn gate? Ah! I know which gate he's talking about now.
What?
The one that goes with the blockade that you built. The one that you've been talking about for almost a year.
Where's the gate? I can show you the component pieces if you'd like.
That might keep the natives happy.
Yeah, I have the component pieces now.
Why is she thumping? Oh no, she's not thumping. She's tapping.
Yeah. Does she have water?
I think she had a almost thing better. I'll go check on that. She might be mad because I haven't given her any pellets yet. You know people who are right by the fire? Well, okay. Please tell me that that wasn't one of the coppers that called in that had smoke jumpers on it. No, because I would have gotten a phone call.
You would have gotten a phone call.
And then there, I would risk the fucking phone.
Yeah, you would have gotten a phone call.
Sorry, thing to let you know is my little brother works for the National Forestry's Firefighters Division. He's a smoke jumper. And he lives in Colorado though, so he's part of the Colorado crew. Used to live in Idaho. He's a member of the Idaho Hot Shots. Privately contracted. Okay, so it's not one of the government ones. That's just hard. But he's probably there helping to fight the fire. He was there during the Kings County fire and all that stuff, which was god awful to begin with. So I just wanted to. I worry about my little brother. He's a massive adrenaline junkie. I love him to death, and he's very good at his job. I just worry about him because it's a dangerous job, you know, like most big sisters would. If their little brother was a freaking adrenaline junkie who jumps behind fire lines.
So totally not your brother.
Or him deciding he wanted to walk all by himself from, what is the name of that damn city in India? It starts with a B.
Bombay?
Yeah. Hi, Kaiser. We were just talking about you earlier. Yeah, my little brother once walked from Bombay to Mount Everest. Took him all summer, but he did take pictures out of it. But he thought it'd be a great idea, so he went by himself. My mom was not amused. My little brother has backpacked through parts of Africa, New Zealand, good chunk of Europe. Yeah, I would have gotten a phone call from my mom if my little brother had been involved, which was why I was like, wait, I didn't get a phone call. We're good. So, but thank you, Zane.
So, Kaiser, since you're just coming in,
It's not as bad as the Firehawks in Australia. They deliberately set fires.
I am taking my Indominus set and converting them up as Space Wolves. And so I needed some extra bits, and I was at the store anyhow. I picked up a box of Cavalry and using them for extra bits and address these guys up, as well as, like I said, the rest of my Indominus set. Because I decided after screwing around with multiple ideas for different armies and different Astartes, I realized
You even had one started painting.
they got stripped. I realized I'm a wolf. Why am I building something other than wolves?
You liked the idea of what
I did. I really did like the idea. But I'm a wolf. So,
what are you going to do with your wolves? Are you going to make them into their successor chapter like the Wolf Spear?
no. My wolves are every last one of my wolves. Every last one of my wolves is black mane.
Of course they are.
My wolves are entirely 100% black mane. Except I do have one. They're not a great company. They're a small company. But they are part of the black man's the Thunderbolt models. I'm gonna turn them into. I'm sitting here building them right in front of you, dude. I'm building them to figure out what bits I have left over.
He still hasn't built Moon.
I gotta get a Cyberwolf. That is one of the figures I really need is a Cyberwolf.
Yeah. A Cyberwolf and some green stuff so we can make it so its tongue's lobbing out of its mouth and one of its eyes is looking that way.
Yeah.
While it's looking forward. I still think he should get like a neck on leg and stick it in its mouth. So it looks like it's playing fetch. Because it's Moon.
I may take just a wrecked Necron and put it on its face for them. Because it'd be funny. What do I do with my Thunderbolts? Now, the thing is, all of my old Marines. Yes, the 100% accept. So my 100% are accept. They are still, that's why I say where they're a small company. They're still black mains. But they are can't even see what I'm doing. They are part of Black Main's company, great company, but you know, as too many wolves to keep in compliance with the Astartes, They changed the shoulder markings so a little bit. So there is a group of wolves that are technically still part of black manes, but they're called the blood manes. They have the same symbol. I use the same wolf head, big wolf head on a field, except it's a black wolf head. No, I'm sorry, it's a red wolf head on a black field. And that's because they're a group of wolves that have taken after their captain, who is Dalagar the Red. Dalagar the Red is part of the group, and I have this sheet now. This is where my love of the wolves comes through in long form. So I love the wolves, and people who know me know how much I love the wolves. So what I have done is that my wolves actually have, my personal unit has a huge long history. So there were 5 guys that started off together. They were blood claws together. They were gray hunters together, and they always looked after each other. When they were a Wolf Guard unit, they were Wolf Guard unit. And
So that's wild.
Exactly. So, we're Space Wolves. Yeah, Blood Manes. They were a different chapter entirely. We're Blood Manes, right? Space Wolves.
Yeah, we make jokes about that where it said, okay, Space Wolves, please stand up. You just see Goldman looking at Lehman, and Lehman goes, "This is the best you're going to get out of me." Fine.
So the idea is that these 5 guys, over time, they've been together for this long, and they've always watched out for each other. They've always taken care of each other, and now all 5 of them are considered wolf lords. And within the wolves, they are seen as, a lot of people refer to them, they're the small council, or the council of 5. It's 5 wolf lords that run their own groups, but they work together. So there's Hrothgar, who was the first of them to take the Primaris. He was injured, and there was all these new Primaris guys, and they wolves didn't know what to do with them. So he volunteered to take the Primaris, cross the Rubicon, take that danger, and because of it, they gave him, he is the Wolf Lord specifically of the Primaris specific group. There is Malathar the Swift. He is a Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf, and he mainly keeps after most of his forces are fast attack guys. Like he's got he's got a bunch of these Thunderwolves are going to be under his. Swift Claws are under his, but he's technically part of the Blood Manes. But he's not really. He's kind of a walk on his own. So he comes in, and these 5 Wolf Lords, they work together. There's Sularis, known as the Damned. And the reason he's known as the Damned is
because he's always been Solaris the Damned. No matter what incarnation you make of that man, he is always Solaris the Damned.
In the Wolves, he is kind of well known as being a lone survivor. Like, if a mission goes badly, they can be completely overwhelmed. He will survive. And he is.
The Emperor apparently likes him.
And he's a wolf lord with a jump pack, a thunder hammer, and shield. And that's the whole thing. So, I mean, all of these units, I've got actual figures for each one of them. And as I build up my wolves, I expand all of the... his figure got broken. I had printed him out a custom figure with a custom axe and a custom shield. And he fell, and my child running through the house didn't see him on the floor and stomped on him. So I'm right now contemplating because it's going to be 5 captains. The one that came in the Dark Imperium box. One of them is a captain with a pack and jetpack. One of them is the one that Mythos custom made for me.
Isn't that
Mythos with a Nordic sounding name. So
we're waiting. We only have one more school year, and then that'll happen.
Yeah. So I have 2 captains left to go.
They apparently already.
I have the Indominus captain, who there's part of me that's thinking about converting that to Malithar or Dalagar the Red. But Dalagar the Red needs to have long, flowing red hair. That's why he got the name Dalagar the Red, which is why they're the Blood Mains, because they're named after this huge mane of red hair.
Because he always has red hair. Well, not always. There's at least one game where he's got white hair.
As my wife has inferred, Dalagar is a character persona that I've been using in online gaming and tabletop gaming and role-playing gaming
A very long time.
for about 35 years. To be clear, Dalagar, his full name is actually D. Alphagar, and there's a long story of where that name comes from. But it's where the D, big D, because I've been known as D or D. Alphagar online.
It's really funny when the guys in Rise to Queendom, when I'm being a total idiot, they're going, "Where the hell is Alphagar? Why isn't he watching you?" Like when they assumed I stole your whiskey.
Yes. So that's the thing. The Alphagar has been around a very long time. And again, long stories built around him and who he is. And the fact that he's been a character in wargaming and role-playing games and so Zane wants to talk some shit.
Why is Zane talking shit?
I thought Zane was you making up for something.
Trust me, it's not. Speaking of that, I just have to tell you, Spooky sent me a picture of himself in an outfit that apparently Sunyan says he's never allowed to wear in public again. And he goes, "Why is that?" And I'm looking at it and go, "Well, let's just say David Bowie would be proud." I never needed to know how well his patches was.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you can see it. And I'm just like, I didn't need to know that. And he had her no idea. And also, honey, you look like you just stepped out of the park at the Playboy Mansion. Please wait while we're trying to reconnect. I don't have anything running now.
So I don't know what last I heard was, but yeah.
Okay, if they didn't hear that comment.
I'm a good boy. I'll just leave it at that. I'm a good boy. I also believe the line is saying, talk shit, get hit. No, and that's the thing. Like I said, I mean, but like I said, Dialgar has been, and Dalagar the Red, he's just, there's a thing about the red hair. He hasn't always had red hair. I mean, that is true. He has not always had red hair. There's a large, very long portion of my career of using that character concept that he had black hair, and then another long period where he had white hair. So
I thought it was dry. It wasn't. It's not a finger in it.
yeah.
The bowl looked dry. It wasn't.
I love my wife. Look at this. I say kind and lovely things about how much I love my wife.
Very stupid.
I never have called you stupid.
No, I said after I do something stupid. That's when it comes off as condescending.
I just think you're paranoid.
No, I just know you want to.
You see the way my wife abuses me? You see the abuse I put up from this woman? Y'all see this, right?
Maybe ask them for some opinions in a minute.
Yeah, I may have to use a resin one here. Wasn't my desire, but it may be what I have to do. I gotta say, I'm not entirely a fan of the way they do the arms and the way they do the shields in the cavalry set. And they're just like,
What? Second box of what?
they're a second box apart. They're not second box apart.
What do I know? No, that's not it.
No. It's just in hand.
No, that one I can't help you with. Is it the cup that just fell over?
No. No, it's one like. How you misplace something?
I don't even know we had it.
I had two of these because that's how many parts I have for my Marines. For crap's sake. This is my life, y'all. This is my life. Show off your painting, you lovely woman, you.
I'm not done yet.
Show off what you've done so far.
Hold on a second. All right. So this is what I've got so far. The wood is very dark because I haven't added highlights or anything to it yet. What do you guys think?
I'm not allowed to give her my opinion anymore.
Why? Because you're going to tell me it's awesome and beautiful and you love it?
Yes. And that's not valid, apparently.
It is totally valid. You asked me to show my picture off to them.
Every time I try to tell you how awesome it is, you're like, yeah, you have to say that. You're my husband.
When was the last time I actually said that to you?
You say it all the time.
I do not. Thank you.
Ah, heavy. I have too many bits.
Yeah, you do. So, oh, Kaiser, you didn't hear. I got invited to a art show in October, October 3rd and October 4th. So that's what this is all about. Trying to put together some stuff to show. And it's like almost 10 o'clock, so which is like way past my bedtime. So I'm kind of like, seriously. Oh. Oh. Oh, so much better.
Oh. No, but I found my other box of bits.
Are those things that's for the when we were doing the kitbashing for the ships.
Yeah. Bits is still bits.
No, I can't shake out my gray hairs, man. There's too many of them. I recently discovered I have a huge streak right here in my hair. I've been debating on dyeing my hair again. No, it's I had my hair up in that tight ponytail. It's hurting my head, man. Oh. Dang, I didn't realize just how much gray I actually do have on the side of my head.
This is
That's it. Done here.
this is on here. Say, I'm not a fan of. I love this kit as far as the final look, but man, the way these shields go onto the arms, the way they've designed them, it's just garbage. It's not good.
So I'll come back to this first thing tomorrow. Brush eyes. Start adding some different brown.
So we already did our shout out for our Patreon. So if you found this entertaining and you found this enjoyable, please hit that like button. We try to do this about once a week. I haven't been able to get a bunch of hobby content up lately. We've just been really stupidly busy. Hopefully that will change soon. I've got a bunch of stuff filmed. I just got to sit down and finish editing. I got a bunch of stuff filmed. that I just gonna sit down and edit. And like I'm gonna be painting these guys on camera for my half of the Building a Crusade story. That being said,
Clean up after yourself after you do your hobby. That way you're not losing your stuff around.
wash your brushes. I'm Big D.
I'm Lady Dragon.
We are the Gamecraft Dragons. Remember, everyone, epic your game,
Happy your life.
and epic your board.
Game on.
Game on.
And are you going to answer Kaiser's question real quick?
So what did you think of the new Warcry starter? Oh my god! Oh my god! We're buying it. When it comes out, we're buying it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we're getting the new Warcry starter. I'm getting the Chaos guys. She's getting the Dark Elves that are with it, and it's so cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited about that Warcry starter. I'm glad they're committing to do more Warcry stuff. And I'm just hoping they'll do more stuff for Kill Team. So, love you guys all so much. Appreciate y'all. And hope you guys have a wonderful evening.